right, good evening. You're listening to Live at WREK here on WREK Atlanta. And we are so blessed as to have just heard a live set by wonderful local artist Loner, who has now joined us in the studio. We're all packed in here nice and cozy on this finally cold November night. If you tuned in late, sadly, sorry. Really not a big deal, as you can go to WREK.org/live@WREK, where you can hear a archive recording of the set that will exist for the next 2 weeks. Again, that's WREK.org/live@WREK, where you can go listen to it again and again, download it, save it forever. Anyways, we got everybody here. If everybody wants to just introduce themselves, tell what instrument they play.
What other bands are in?
Do you guys want to go right to left or in order of importance?
What?
Let's do right to left. Let's do right to left.
I'm sorry, that was not.
Okay, my name is Castle Molinar. I play the saxophone.
I'm Carolyn on flute.
My name is Josh Loner. I'm the singer and rhythm guitar player.
I'm Shay Edmond, also a singer.
I'm Chris Gravely, the drummer.
And I'm Hava Flax, the lead guitarist.
Cool. So the name Loner, aside from Josh, your last name, sort of curious to know how that came to be the band's name.
Yeah, that's the simplest way to put it. I guess it's because it's my last name.
And we didn't have anything
But all six of
better
us are Loner.
quick enough.
Yeah, all of us together are still Loner. I think there's a little, like, the name is slightly ironic because there are six of us. It's kind of a bigger band. It's not, the biggest band ever made. There have definitely been bigger bands out there.
I want to say it's an aptronym. You are a loner.
Oh, yeah.
And your name is Loner.
That's right. I love that word, aptronym.
I think you need to change your Facebook name to Loner times 6 now. that being said.
Yeah, if you want to add me on Facebook. Loner.
No.
Out here promoting my personal Facebook page.
Oh my god.
Plenty of memes.
That's what Loner's all about. So anyways, how did you guys come to be? How did you guys meet each other, start playing together, culminate?
Go ahead, Chris. Chris is going to tell the story.
So, I was playing a gig in East Atlanta.
Oh, man.
With a jazz group. Okay. And there's like windows on like next to the stage out to the street, and like Josh is just like chilling outside, I guess, and like wanders in, and there's like free wine. He's just chilling, sipping, and having a good time. And he's a little gone, but he's sober now, which is great. It's beautiful. So he comes up to me after the set, and he's like, "Dude, like you're amazing, like the drums, and like you have like so much control, but like you play so dynamic. Like I need that."
That was an excellent impression of me.
Dude!
If ever there was one. That was how he was, like long hair. And so I was like, all right, whatever. And I was like, come jam at my studio. And then like 6 months later, he like finally hit me up. And then that was that. And I learned all his music, and then we started adding numbers, huh?
And then I ran into Chris.
Oh yeah, at an event.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was great.
And I'd been like talking to Josh about coming to rehearsal or like trying to sing together or whatnot, because you were trying to put together like a chorus of people. And and so your number was like in my phone. Chris calls Josh, and I'm like, oh, I already know you though. We're already doing this.
Yeah, I was like on the phone with Josh, and she was like, wait, is that Josh Loner? And I was like, what? She was like, so I handed her the phone, and I was like, you want to come to rehearsal? And then they talked it out.
Josh Loner started with a lot of material, and all of us.
Yeah, Josh, I don't know if you like realize this, but I saw you play like 3 years ago.
Yeah.
And I was like, I have to play music with this person.
Did you talk about the show at Wonder Root?
Yeah, it was at Wonder Root, and it was like absolutely ridiculous, and I like fell in love with your music immediately. And then I found out that your other guitarist like ended up doing other stuff, but I was like, I called Josh up, and I was like, so you know, do you want another guitarist? Because, like, I could be your guitarist. And I was kind of, like, begging over the phone. Yeah.
It's a good fit, though.
Yeah, and I was like, you can kick me out if you really hate everything that I play, but I really wanted to play music with you.
Yeah, and I remember I saw you play in East Atlanta for the first time too, and then I kind of hit you up after that, trying to play with you, and then it just formed into the group that we have now,
Right.
kind of organically.
Yeah, I was playing a lot of really low attendance acoustic sets all over the city, but
Fake it till you make it, though.
yeah, fake it till I make it.
You
yeah.
discovered
I still
that
had,
place, too.
I still held myself with. I'm not going into it. I'm sorry. Guys, this is a persona. I'm not actually this.
I'm not this person in real life.
You're a
But
beautiful.
yeah, I played a lot of shows, and then I just ran into people picked up like that. I would find out like Castle, for instance, playing saxophone. I thought that was a really cool instrument, and then Carolyn on the flute surprised me because I don't know any flute players. Glad, and so we started kind of jamming on some demos that I had made on Ableton. Stolen, not licensed Ableton.
Why?
I don't know why I felt the need to throw that in there.
Because you like
But
to
I
be
did.
against the
Now.
crowd, man.
Yeah, man.
Rules are meant to be
Really
broken.
rebellious.
Clear your conscience.
I pirate my software, dude.
So it's about how long ago did y'all start playing officially as Loner?
I think it was August.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure.
Uh-huh.
It's like late
six-
June. Yeah.
Yeah, 6 months.
Yeah.
Yeah.
6 months or less.
Guys, that's adorable.
We should have
Did I
an
start when
anniversary.
school, like when school started, basically, like
Yeah,
when my
about-
semester started?
well,
I think
yeah,
I
you've been in
started
the band maybe,
August.
like, 2 or
I'm the
3
newest
months.
member.
Yeah.
Welcome. I'm the oldest member.
All right, people.
Yeah, people.
All right, somebody tell the Peepaw story.
Why are you? I don't remember the story. I just remember that
Why?
sometimes you get grumpy, and so we call you people.
It's not. Not true. I do have a beer glass from the Grumpy Old Man Brewery.
Fitting.
I guess that's very fitting.
So anyways, there's definitely a lot of flavors to y'all's sounds. I'm just kind of curious to know some of the major influences, personally.
Weather report.
Just the...
No, I
so,
think-
I mean,
I
I'm
think-
sure you guys could talk about this all day, but I guess just sort of the
I think
top
when it
ones.
came to influences that like something like Josh and I were talking about kind of recently was something very improvisational and formless at its core, and that's something that we really wanted to explore as a band, and I think that's kind of what led to a lot of the compositions that we have now, and a lot of the melody and both lack of melody in our music.
Yeah, I think Godspeed You Black Emperor.
Yeah, it was a big influence for us.
Yeah.
Yeah, Godspeed definitely.
Godspeed,
Yeah, that was a big influence, but a lot of other like post rock kind of sounds.
Explosions in the sky.
Definitely another one. Yeah,
Do you know the same thing?
but just that idea of growing and bending and morphing in the moment, not with anything that was really understood beforehand by the musicians, but something being created collectively together in the moment. That was something that really pushed our composition.
I say Hava Flax is an influence.
It's
A
definitely
personal influence.
12 of your bands.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think a lot of the concentration is about being organic. For sure, with us, it's just like I've never been in a band that's so like family oriented. Like we have dinners, we hang out, like we genuinely care for each other, and that sense of natural like stability is there. Like the energy that we just emit to each other, and just keeping it completely homegrown.
Yeah, I like you guys.
I could be having like the worst day, then I come to practice with y'all, and I'm like in a great mood, and I'm just like standing for 3-4 hours just playing music and just not even taking a break, and like, can we keep playing more?
Yeah,
So
it's something that I
definitely
seriously look forward to every time we get together. I know it's
Yeah.
going to be basically the highlight of my day.
Castle's always like, guys, I'm so excited. Like group text, like blowing up.
6 texts in a row. I don't care.
Yeah, so that actually goes to the next question I had, which was asking about y'all's like creation process. You know, is it being more like collaborative or just a central songwriter? It sounds like you guys are much more on the collaborative
Yeah, basically,
side of
I had
things.
The songs originally, like all of these songs, with let me think. I think that before we had all gathered, I had written all of these songs to some degree. I'd like demoed them, but they hadn't achieved their full ornate form that they're in now. So part of what I would do is I'd record these really upfront pop style verse chorus demos, and then we'd get everyone tight so that we could at least hold the rhythms and find a way that we were interacting with each other and not taking up space that other people were taking up, so that it was like we were developing this like kind of cooperative dynamic. And then we started to add more and more like people did definitely like there is a lot of the music that was written by people other than me though.
Flourishes.
Yeah, all of the flourishes, the ornamentation,
All the drum parts are original.
It's all mine.
yeah. And one of the major things that like an experiment that we've been working on that we're like trying to round out is trying to find a way that everybody is actually playing in key with each other but out of meter, so that we're all playing different rhythms or tempos, and it starts to kind of just like flush together and create an effect that's similar to water in some ways, very fluid rather than being rigid inside a structure of time, you know.
A polyrhythmic current.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like anarchy, you know. It's really like it's like inducing this kind of like chaos and then finding the way to come together out of it.
Yeah,
Right.
it's definitely taught me like how to listen for other musicians. Because other bands that I've been in have definitely been like very set roles, and that's really good for those bands. But in this one, it's like sometimes I have a pitch shifter, so I do like a bass line, and then that way like Castle can take the lead, or like Caroline can take the lead, or Josh can take the lead, and Shay can do vocals, and then like we can highlight Chris. So it's like really interesting to keep listening to each other and like raising and lowering our dynamics. And it's definitely like this band has made me such a better player, like for that reason, just listening for music. And I am so thankful for you guys. I love you.
No, I definitely think that one of the things that I'm always much more aware of in this band as opposed to other projects is that we all need to listen to each other to such a high extent during the show, and we always need to be like checking in with one another and making some kind of contact and connection. Like it feels like a growing, breathing process every show. Every time we play together, it feels like that.
So along those lines, I'm curious to know like what degree, because it's hard, a little bit hard to tell as a listener, the degree to which your live performances are like certain parts are purely improvised, or that is just all like written.
So the thing is, we're improvising within given parameters. So we'll set a chord progression, and the song has like a general narrative that we all understand, and a general ebb and flow that we collectively attempt to
Achieve together.
execute. Yeah.
Yeah.
But there are also pretty much any instrumental section. We've played the song, the chord progression multiple times, so we have ideas like these motifs that will repeat each time we play them. But every time we go into an instrumental section, I know that I am at least improvising. I know that a lot of the vocal stuff that Shay does is also kind of like improvised.
Scat.
Right.
Scat, yeah.
I think the main goal of it all is to, instead of giving a performance, to create an experience for the crowd rather than just music. But really, it just engulfs you if you just kind of meditate on it. And I look out sometimes and see people just eyes closed, just like kind of almost like a spiritual, like it's an experience. It truly is. And
It breathes.
And our best sound relies on
absolutely.
us hearing each other,
Yeah.
which
Yeah.
I mean, it's
thank
like-
you, WREK, because I could hear myself on flute. And I could also hear vocals, which
Best
is
monitors in the city, dude.
right.
and it goes back to like the importance of dynamics.
No, thanks for coming in, guys. So Bennett was bogarting the mic, but this is Jenny. Hey, y'all.
Hey, Jenny.
What up, Jenny?
Okay, so there's another show after this, and we're already over time, but I did want to ask a couple questions. Just keep it snappy, boys and girls.
And people.
People, all people, and cats, too, that too.
Yeah.
Okay, first question. So, starting off, the first time I saw y'all, it was actually just Shay and Josh and maybe Chris, but I don't think Hava or Carolyn. It wasn't the full band. But I saw y'all at Dowdy, so it was a surprise because I didn't come for y'all. When do y'all think, like, oh, sorry.
No, it's fun.
I just didn't know about y'all. But when do you think, are you gonna like, blow it out on the new Dowdy? Where is it again?
definitely.
Southwest Atlanta?
Yeah.
I haven't been yet, but I love Dowdy.
No, we're looking forward to it.
Yeah, definitely. You should do that. Okay, let's keep it snappy. Okay. I wanted to ask Josh specifically. Somehow, I don't remember how. Probably just because I'm a stalker weirdo. I found out that your mom made music. Can you tell me about that?
Yeah. So my mom was actually a singer.
Uh-huh.
So I guess it would have been between. I think it was between when she had my sister and when she had me. So when she was in her early 20s, she was going to IU in Indiana, living in Bloomington, and she was a backup vocalist, and she had like a really great singing voice. Like I've heard, she still has a great singing voice, but now it's a little more limited. But
Sure.
she was singing, so she actually blew out her vocal cords singing with John Mellencamp at this bar.
Oh my god, that's so cool.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
like
it's
the
kind
only
of crazy.
way to do it, right?
Yeah. But like she got vocal notes, and she can still
I'm
she
really
still
sorry
sings
for her.
really
Sorry.
beautifully, but it just doesn't have the power that she used to. And so for me, there is this a little bit of a legacy, trying to like continue singing in the name of my mother, I guess.
You're doing a good
So,
job.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Okay, just to close out, we have another show coming on. Great show. You should stay tuned in. But I wanted to, just as a part of like promoting Atlanta music, I know Hava's in like a bajillion other bands. Is anyone else in another band? Okay, yeah, I know. Just tell me your
I don't know if we
bands.
got the time for that.
Okay, never mind. We don't have time for that.
Wait,
but-
no,
soon.
Avi, you wanna name drop your bands right now?
Yeah.
You guys got an hour?
Best 45 minutes you'll ever spend.
All right.
You got 5 seconds, girl.
All right. Young Sirens, Bitter, New York Wilder, Loner. Woo! Woo! Ow!
We did it.
That's
Okay,
enough.
thanks for coming in, y'all. This has been
Thank
live. At Rec.
We love
Stay
you.
tuned in. We've got a great show coming for the next hour.
Oh shit! I love all
Oh, you said shit.
Fudge balls? You just said fudge.